Hello and welcome to Ask the Supt. My name is Ashley Chavez from Red Oak Middle School and I am your host. Today I'm talking with Dr. Eric Cunningham, Associate Superintendent of Operations. Hello Dr. Cunningham and thank you for joining us today.
Hello Ashley.
Let's get right to the questions. Dr. Cunningham, would you please explain what is operations and what departments are considered a part of operations?
Well Ashley, that's a great question. Operations deals with processes, and processes are all those things that you do in between two particular points. For example, when you get up this morning and you get on the bus, that's the transportation department. When you arrive to school and you eat breakfast, that's the food service department. And then when you go to classroom, you have to have a highly qualified teacher in the classroom teaching you, don't you, Ashley? Mm-hmm. That's the HR department. So when you look at all of those steps in between you learning, that's where the operations department falls.
What impact does operations have on student learning?
Well, you know, Ashley, another good question. All processes lead to student achievement. As I said earlier, when you get up in the morning, you have to ride a bus. When you arrive to school, you have meals that are delivered to you. When you get into the classroom, you have a teacher. And then when you open up a book, we have to, purchase all those textbooks. And in the case of Nash-Rocky Mount, you have these digital devices for these digital learning. But somebody has to pay for those. So that's our purchasing and finance department. But you just don't open up those devices and just get to work. We have to have a curriculum and an instructional department that designs all that teaching and learning that takes place. So when you look at operations, I want you to take a moment and just look at all of those things that goes in between teaching and learning.
In your opinion, what is the most important part of your job?
The most important part of my job is ensuring that every child in Nash-Rocky Mount Public Schools has a safe and orderly learning environment every day.
So much is included in facilities and operations, from maintenance and safety to child nutrition and transportation. What do you think is the most difficult or challenging part of your job?
I think the most challenging part of my job is prioritization of projects. See, we just have so much money and so many things to do. So we have to prioritize all of the projects that we need to do. And I do that by asking myself why. You always begin with the end in mind. So I ask, why do we need this project? Why do we need the access control devices on the front door? And then when we ask ourselves why, we then begin to develop a roadmap to what is needed to ensure that every child has a safe and orderly environment every day.
Why is school safety important, and what measurements have you taken to ensure a safe learning environment for all students?
Ashley, safety is job one. That's our number one priority. It is imperative that every child and every teacher and every staff person feels safe every day in our schools. See, we no longer have a school environment where people can just walk in and out. Now they're required to answer the door, knock on the door, state their purpose. And we've had to establish these type of protocols, recognizing that our environment has definitely changed. Schools can no longer survive as just being open access soft targets. We've had to harden those targets to ensure that every child is safe every day and that teaching and learning can continue without interruption.
What do you enjoy most about your job, Dr. Cunningham?
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off because I get excited. I enjoy seeing graduation. I tell you, that's the culminating effect of all of our work over a 12, 13-year period. There's no happier feeling when I would watch you accept your diploma with your eyes bright and you're prepared for the world and whatever challenges take place. That is why I come to work every day.
That's so sweet. What is your take on healthy foods, and what are your plans for having healthier foods served in the cafeteria?
Healthy eating means living longer. I know it doesn't always taste good, but we have to follow the USDA guidelines in preparing all of our foods every day. So it's pretty prescriptive what we can offer you in school, and now we are really focused on providing healthy food every day that meets the USDA guidelines.
Why is it important to track buses, and how were the current transportation routes determined for the district?
Well, when we look at transportation, we look at effectively and efficiently utilizing all of our resources every day. Fuel costs a lot of money. So what we have to do every day is to look at where our houses are, where the stops are, and route those buses where we're using the least amount of gas possible to get you to fuel possible to get you to and from school.
What is Cleaning for Health, and what impact do you think it has on students and on learning?
Well, Cleaning for Health is simply, we're now germ police. We're germ busters. We have to get out here and eradicate these germs every day. As we go into flu season, we have to spend less time polishing and burnishing and more time wiping down and cleaning because, we're always sneezing, we're always coughing, and so we have to change our cleaning practices, especially during this time of year, and clean for health. And that means to eradicate all the germs that we can possibly find.
Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you would like to tell me?
I think you did a wonderful job, Ashley. Thank you. You had great questions.
Great. Well, this has been Ask the Supt, and I am Ashley Chavez from Red Oak Middle School, and thank you for watching.